Hey, here's a crazy one for you. Have you guys heard about the cinnamon challenge and the various different challenges on YouTube?
I think I saw the word cinnamon challenge today, but I don't know what it is.
So you've never seen a challenge video, and X challenge. There's some sort of thing, and then a challenge associated with it. Within the last year or two, you have not seen one of these videos?
I haven't.
They're relatively popular, from what I understand. I don't know if Cinnamon Challenge was the first one of all of them, but they're just ridiculous things that people are doing. Some of them far more dangerous than others. One of the popular ones this winter time was some sort of a polar challenge or polar plunge or something like that.
What many people have heart attacks jumping into this ice cold water?
That's what it is. Teenagers mostly are jumping into ice cold water all around the country, or they were during that time of year, to show how badass they are, I guess. And of course, many people are being taken to the hospital, and I think there have been a couple deaths.
Teenagers are in fact a lot more badass. They have these young bodies. They're very resilient to these kind of things. Yep. Fine.
Yeah, but you're not going to be resilient to second-degree burns when you spray alcohol or rub alcohol all over your chest and then light it on fire in the new Fire Challenge style video, apparently being found on Facebook and YouTube. At least according to CBS report.
Well, that's just stupid.
In Cleveland, there's a lot of stupid. Go ahead and look for the challenge videos on YouTube. You want to see some stupid stuff, you'll see a lot of it.
When I was younger, I lit my hand on fire with rubbing alcohol.
I have done that one. Yep, and I can't remember how do we put it out, but it was cold actually. It wasn't hot.
It had a cold sensation, yeah, almost like alcohol evaporating off of your hand, which is probably what it was.
Yeah.
But I filled up a sink with water, set my hand on fire, and then was like, ah, and immediately extinguished my hand.
Story from Lexington CBS affiliate. Lexington police said officers were called to Appian Way to assist a teenager who'd burned himself after watching the Fire Challenge videos online. The teen, whose name was not given, mimicked the online videos by pouring rubbing alcohol on his body and then setting himself on fire. Unbearable, yeah, basically, said the teen, who suffered from second-degree burns. That's the thing with these challenge videos. They can be funny, but they're also horrifying, kind of like, America's Funniest Home Videos, people just abusing themselves for laughs.
You get one body, and I'm sitting here at 43 wishing I hadn't done so many of the things that I did when I was 17. Don't do it, kids.
There was a drink at one of the bars near the base in Okinawa where they served. There was a drink called a Prairie Fire, which was 151, which is rum, I think. 151 Tabasco sauce, and they would set that on fire. Now you're supposed to blow it out before you drank it. A buddy of mine was really drunk and wanted to show, what he was capable of, and he drank it without blowing it out and burned his face real good.
Oh, God. All right, we'll come back with more here. And you were sitting there to watch that happen?
Yes.
Wow. All right, we'll come back. You can share your thoughts. The Fire Challenge. What happened to the young man who tried it? It's Free Talk Live. We're talking about a really, really bad idea. The story coming from CBS Local in Lexington, Kentucky. A young man has been burned with second-degree burns after watching the Fire Challenge videos online, according to WYKT-TV. The teen, whose name has not been given, poured rubbing alcohol on his body, then set himself on fire, saying, quote, unbearable, yeah, basically. Literally after it got put out, it was already blistering. It's just hard. Videos of the Fire Challenge also show teens spraying themselves with aerosol cans before lighting portions of their body on fire in order to singe off their own hair. But the videos never show the physical aftermath of lighting oneself on fire. The teen said of his actions, quote, just watching it and never seeing what ended and just being childish. Unquote. One of the firefighters...
I didn't expect a coherent quote out of one of these idiots.
One of the firefighters who took the teen... Well, combine the fact that this person may not be the brightest of the bulbs in the basket, but also it's a CBS story, and CBS has the worst copy editing I've ever seen in the news business. Anyway, one of the firefighters who took the teenager to the hospital said the burns suffered by the boy will likely affect him for the rest of his life. After getting a second or third degree burn later on in life, if you get a sunburn, it's going to be compounded by these particular burns, said the emergency worker. You can get caught on fire and die. Your house can get caught on fire. Wherever you're at can get caught on fire, said the teen, cautioning others not to light themselves on fire for any reason. Yeah, it's bad enough if you accidentally get caught on fire, but to light yourself ablaze on purpose is pretty ridiculous. Now, I've actually found, we were digging through YouTube during the break. I was digging through YouTube. There's actually a link in the story. Now, I'll share the story, but that's not what you want to see.
The video is not for the squeamish. I don't recommend it to everybody at all.
This video is pretty intense. I suspect the video, and we cannot play it on the air because there's some profanity, as you might imagine.
Well, yeah, when you get caught on fire, whether it's through your own stupidity or not, you're liable.
Amazingly, he wasn't being profane. It was the people nearby.
Well, I mean, there's a time for cuss words when your friend has doused himself in
I'm not saying it was
alcohol.
Wrong.
That might be the time to do it.
I'm just saying we're not going to play it on the air, but you can play it.
Going to do it
at your leisure. Just go to our Facebook, Google+, Twitter page. You should find the link there. It's basically, you'd think it's not going to go so bad. My comments when I was watching this off the air were, this doesn't look like it's going to go too bad. I mean, he's standing in the shower. He's already in
the shower's running.
Yeah, he's already in the bathroom.
With the shower running?
Well, It sounds like the shower's running, but I think it's like on the other side of the room or something. But anyway, he's in the bathroom very nearby to a shower. And he's pouring something on him. Maybe it's just plain old rubbing alcohol. It's hard to get a real view of what that is, but it's got
he's
kind
giving himself a liberal dose. Yeah. It's like Clark Griswold and his barbecue. He just keeps pouring more on, and then shares some words with somebody else, and then puts some more on.
And I think it is just rubbing alcohol because it's got that kind of clear, semi-clear looking bottle.
That clear, you're going to catch fire soon look.
And yeah, he's just like kind of chit-chatting as he's dosing himself liberally with this alcohol. His pants are getting wet, soaked with the alcohol, and I don't think he realizes how much he's put on or what his level of cognizance is in this whole thing. Anyway, when he lights it up, it literally engulfs his entire torso and head for a moment as it whoosh, just kind of whooshes upwards.
Yeah.
And then the rest of it is screaming and trying to put the fire out at that point. I suspect it's the real McCoy. That's what this news article is based on. The news article itself is relatively fresh. That was posted on July 28th. The video, which is entitled Fire Challenge Gone Wrong, was posted by LiveLeak on YouTube. And so I didn't know LiveLeak had its own YouTube channel, but they do. And so I guess LiveLeak features certain videos on YouTube from their own service, which is kind of competing with YouTube to some extent. LiveLeak is where you can go to post the hardcore stuff. Like whatever it is YouTube bans, LiveLeak will accept. And so this is for the moment on YouTube. Whether they'll ban it or not, I don't know. But I was shocked. I didn't think it was going to be as bad as it was. Don't do this, kids. Fire challenge. Just say no to fire.
Thank God for videos like this, because then people can see them and not repeat the behavior.
Yeah.
Well, yes. I mean, that's certainly one of the good things about this video, but obviously it was other videos that had inspired the behavior. So it's kind of a double-edged sword, right? On one end, YouTube is inspiring more stupidity. On the other end, maybe it's preventing some stupidity as well. How does it all balance out? Is there more stupid because of YouTube, or is the stupid always as it always has been? It's just now we get to see more of it.
Yeah, it inspires stupidity amongst the stupid, and it inspires caution and simply provides knowledge to the not stupid.
All right, so what's the worst challenge? I'm not asking you guys because you haven't seen any of these up until tonight. What's the worst, you the listener, what is the worst challenge video that you have seen? And there are a lot of different categories. I only know of a few. There's a cinnamon challenge. There's an egg challenge. There's all kinds of stuff out there. So share with us. You can share it directly on our Facebook page or call in and talk about it. Or maybe you've done some of these challenges. And I guess all you're doing it for is the satisfaction of knowing you've done it and however many YouTube views you get out of it.
There's so much of this in the world, this sort of recognition thing, like you can say you did it or whatever, and it's amazing how you can motivate people with it. Think about it for a second. What are Boy Scout patches? But recognition,
sure.
Somebody's taken the time to give you like a patch that you can then wear around, but usually only at Boy Scout events, and mostly only you care that you have the patch.
This guy has something more than a patch now.
Somewhere they're in
all over his body.
Probably in some junkyard at this point. There's a Clear Channel. I was the salesman of the month, some number of months there. So my name.
Aren't you supposed to get a new person every month for that?
No, why would you?
I guess you're right. That salesman would be different because normally when you're at like a store with employees, you want to pick a new one every month.
Right. You would want to pick in a place where you really can't measure achievements amongst employees. Sure.
That makes sense.
No, you want to measure achievements.
What did they give you? Just a trophy, or did you get anything else?
No, you got your name etched on some plaque that you never got to keep.
Did you ever get like a free lunch or anything like that? They give you anything?
Yeah, I think I got free lunches anyway.
Right.
They give you trade, that kind of thing. So no, whatever. But this is it's the same sort of thing. It's this feeling of accomplishment that people get as opposed to a cash reward. I liked the months when I won the cash reward thing, or not the cash reward, but like the vacation or the hotel or whatever they'd give away. So that was pretty nice.
So you can share your thoughts with us. The fire challenge, not a good one, people. Just try to stay away from that one.
Free Talk Live, 7 nights a week from 7 to 10 Eastern, live on the Liberty Radio Network at LRN.FM.